Well,
Welcome back.
Pastors Chat.
That's it. It's been a while.
Coley and Tonks.
That's it. It's been a long time. We've had a lot of exciting stuff happening this year, getting church back happening, and we thought, well, we better get these back because I can tell you one thing: people are still watching YouTube. It hasn't stopped between this last year and this year.
Probably watching more YouTube.
Probably are. That's right.
And we've had a few ask about, hey, when are you going to do Pastors Chat
That's
again?
right. So we thought we better get back going,
make
it a regular thing again. So
here we are after over 6 months since our last.
That's right.
Pastors Chat.
We had one little one in between, but December the 9th is when we finished last year's season. So bringing it back again by popular demand.
So it won't be weekly, but hopefully on a fairly regular basis.
Come and watch them, see what we got.
Some serious ones, some funny ones.
That's right. Give us some topics. We're going to revisit a lot of topics too. Because, for instance, we're going to be doing a book one soon, and we discussed books last year, but I read more than 3 books a year. I know you read a lot more than 3 books a year.
Try to get through some good quality ones.
Exactly. So, and you always want to be hearing about new books, new movies, new all sorts of stuff. We talked about technology recently at church, so we might be able to talk a bit more about different ways we utilise technology. So, there's heaps of stuff happening.
Absolutely.
That's
good
right.
stuff.
Excellent.
But we thought we'd chat a little bit today about even just catching up on what's been going on, because as Josh and I were talking just between the two of us, we see each other almost every day. We know what's been going on.
That's right.
But we see most church people once a week. But this year, it's been church like we've never seen before.
You never know when you might next talk to someone. They miss one church service, you might actually not see them for another 3 or 4 weeks with the way we've had lockdowns. And
3 lockdowns this year.
That's right.
Then, like at the moment, as time of filming, only allowed 60 people at church. So a lot of people do choose to stay home and watch online. Our online's been going from strength to strength.
I know I had a week off, and then I had a youth conference in Melbourne, and then we had lockdown for 2 weeks. So I was a month without being at our church on a Sunday.
That's right.
Before you know it, you haven't seen anyone for a long time.
So I thought it'd be a good opportunity even to bring some of you up to speed about what's going on with your ministers.
That's right.
And also going to hear a little bit from Josh and Adele, who both work at the church as well.
That's right.
And so it's been a weird year, hasn't it?
That's it. Tell us a bit about what's happened. How's your
year?
I
found it a frustrating year. Probably like with lots of other ministers. I just felt that throughout this year, every time we start to build real momentum, our Sunday numbers are strong, adventure clubs growing, all that kind of stuff. All of a sudden, it's like the brakes get put on with another lockdown, and then we go back to square one again, where we're going to go back to
both lockdowns this year. The week before we went to lockdown was our highest attended services, except for the week we gave out free coffee. That was the only other one.
We should do that every week.
Yeah, well,
free coffee.
That's it. I'll be up for it. I guess we do. We do offer free coffee.
It's not very nice though. Anyway. But so it's been frustrating. And even within that, we've, Coley, my wife and I, we've had to cancel 3 holidays. I was meant to, again, as of time of recording, next week, I was meant to be in Tasmania. So I was going to a ministry conference in Launceston, and then we were going to have about another 5 days or so down in Hobart, staying with one of my best mates down there. And
would have been great.
The borders closed or cancelled. We had a trip away with my brother and his partner. We were going to go to Adelaide together to Australia's biggest toy fair. So we were going to get our nerd on and go and check out, all the old Star Wars toys and whatever we could find.
Very cool.
Had to cancel that. And it's just a reminder of, we're in a different world. You try to set these plans, these goals in place, and then just not cancel.
Well, Lisa and I are going away in September, and we're not going to book anything for the week before. We're just going to, have the money ready, and then think, okay, we can go here, here, or here, and then still week before.
I heard the Oyen pub's quite nice.
It could be Victoria. It'd be great if it's not, but we're just going to see what COVID's doing at the time and see what's open. And then, even this time last week, it was safe to go to Brisbane when we recorded this, and right now it's not safe to go to Brisbane. So things can change even quicker than a week. So
very quickly.
It's crazy.
Very quickly. So, I've had a new role this year.
Cool.
Some people at church would be aware of it, but I'm now one of the Victorian representatives on the National Council for Churches of Christ.
Sounds like a Star Wars term, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you're on the Jedi Council.
Oh, that'd be all right.
It's got a real that sort of feel to it.
I don't think it's quite as exciting as the Jedi Council, but so we meet about 3 times a year to talk about and oversee national issues around Churches of Christ. So lately we've been discussing issues around the redress scheme, which is quite an important thing. We're looking at matters around our Bible College, global mission partners, our Indigenous ministries. So anything that relates to our church movement nationally, right across the whole thing. So most of Churches of Christ are run through state. So we're part of the Vic-Tas conference. There's a New South Wales conference, a South Australian conference, West Australian conference. But a few things are relating to the national scene. Yeah. So I got asked by our EA, Rob, if I'd consider being nominated for that position, and so far it's okay.
Yeah, excellent. That's
little dry, little dull.
Oh, that's all right. But, I must really value your opinion and wisdom.
I hope so.
Very important role.
Yeah.
It's great.
So that's something.
That's fantastic.
Anything interesting happening in your life?
Oh, a bit different stuff. I've since last time filming, I bought a house this year.
So, a house?
Yeah, a house. Yeah. Well, I didn't buy one. I bought a mortgage that helped me buy the house. Yeah, but that was good. It happened very quickly. Thought it'd be something that could take most of the year. I think, if I could get something by September, we'd be pretty happy. And we got something by March, actually. So it was really good. Yeah. Really,
so when did you move in?
March the 16th was. I remember that because it was the day after youth camp. Oh, and it was great.
And it's a lovely home too.
It is. Just sort of near the side of town where I used to live. Yep. Sort of near the plaza and Aldi and all of that sort of stuff. So I miss being close to the river, but apart from that, the house is great. Actually got a backyard. Yep. Guy's got a bit of a man cave in his shed that I'll turn into a man cave, hopefully. So it's just great. We love it.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it?
It is. It's great being able to sit out. When we're on a busy road, getting used to sleeping on a quiet street now. And that's great. And you just got a lot more pride in your house. Yeah. A lot of pride in my lawn now. So I'm trying to get a nice green. Well, the guy looked after it immaculately, the garden. So I'm trying to learn a lot of stuff that I don't have any skills in, and spend a lot of time on YouTube and Google, and trying to keep the lawn somewhat green. But it's great.
And Elise is happy in the house.
Loves it. I
feel sometimes the wives like it more than us fellas do. Like, there's a bit of the cliche of that women or the wives are into nesting. Where the guys tend to not worry about it as much, but I'm sure she's taking a lot of pride in it.
She loved the house. I thought the house was nice, but like the yard and the shed, all sort of things, and she just loves some of the little things that I didn't even pick up on. So loved it. So that's been great fun.
Yeah, that's a huge thing for us.
Yeah, and it's not next to, it's only a 5-minute walk from Elisa's school, which she's working at. She's now at Trinity Lutheran College. So
she was last year she was at Nichols Point.
Yeah, now she's got a new job at Trinity Lutheran, which is a school I went to high school at, not primary, but high school. And still a couple of teachers. She's grade 3, 4. Yep. They're
like the good kids where they
they're not.
They know enough, but they're not smart alecky yet.
Yeah, that's it. So she's loving that, and she walks to school most days because it's so close, which is just convenient that she started that at a real similar time to when we got the house. And
so we got a lot of church members who are teachers at Trinity now.
We do, yeah. It's a great place. Highly recommend that school. Very good. Yeah, I loved it when I went there, and she's loving it so far. So it's been some really good,
some big changes.
Yeah.
One of the big issues we've had to face this year, which has been quite a challenging one, is that my mother-in-law, so Coley's mother, has been put into permanent care. So she's had Alzheimer's. It's got worse and worse, so she couldn't continue to live in her home. It was just too hard. So that's put a lot of pressure, particularly on Kylie and her dad and her brother. So she's again, at time of recording, she's in Ballarat helping her mum and dad out with a few matters, and this is her 6th trip back this year. So here we are, start of August. She's already had 6 trips back specifically to go back to Ballarat to assist her dad with a number of different things, and to visit mum and help make sure that she's settling and helping with a few of those details. It's been quite stressful, very, very difficult, and we've shared with the pastors' prayer partners that a few times. So we do certainly appreciate the prayers, and just do ask the church to continue to uphold Kylie and her mum Bev, her dad Lloyd. Her brother Mark and the family as they continue to deal with that, because with Alzheimer's, things are just getting worse, they don't get better. So it's a bit of a tough time.
It is, it's a real struggle when families go through that and people deteriorate.
Yeah, she's not an old lady, like she's only just turning 75, so it's pretty young to be in that kind of thing.
And you've got a new name that you go by as well now, I hear.
Well,
it's good news.
Yes. There's been not all doom probably the highlight of the whole year is I'm a pa.
A pa?
A pa.
Wow.
Yeah, grandpa. So probably should get Josh to come in and explain a little bit about what's been going on.
That. Yeah. Well, Andrew Tonks just told us that he is a pa. Can you give us a bit more information about that?
Yes, so on the 15th of July, Maddie, my wife, and I were blessed with our first child. So his name is Grayson. So I can now finally say that I am a dad, and Maddie is a mum. So
that's exciting.
I can say since COVID, and probably the last time I've seen a lot of people, that my life has changed quite dramatically and for the better. So yeah, now have a lot more responsibility in my life, having to look after a child and
really
work out how to do that. And yeah, my wife is now a mum and she's doing really, really well. But yeah, so also with having a child, we decided to kill two birds with one stone, and at the same time we decided to, no, not twins, definitely not twins, but we decided to build a house as well. So we often look at the two most stressful things in someone's life as having a child and building their first house, so we decided to do them both at the same time and really test our marriage out. But so we're building our first house
You're not in the house at the moment?
No, not yet. It's still building. It's been building for quite a long time now. Obviously, with COVID, it's made everything take a lot longer than we would have liked, but that's all right. So currently...
You're leaving Mildura?
Yes, I am. Leaving the state, saying goodbye to everyone and moving all the way to Golgol to live in my third state. But yeah, so at the moment we're living in the granny flat at the back of my parents' house. So having a child in that house is a bit different, but yeah, hopefully when
some babysitters nearby.
That's right, yeah. So we've got helping hands when we need. But yeah, so first house is being built, hopefully to be done before Christmas. I'm hoping. Went over yesterday and the bricks are finished. But
nice.
So yeah, my year since COVID started has been pretty eventful, but I'm very blessed with the things that's happening in my life.
Fantastic. You're still at the school, you're still doing a day a week at the church?
Yeah, so I'm still working here a day of the week, running all the kids programs, and similar to what we spoke about at the earlier in the pastor's chat, it's been a tricky year with things like running kids ministry, that we finally get so many kids and the momentum builds, and then all of a sudden you've got to stop, and then you lose 2 weeks, and then it comes back to running a kids ministry, and you just don't know who's going to be around, who's still who's scared of COVID, because a lot of people aren't wanting to leave their house. And
I know you put a lot of work into debt and holiday program, and 2 days before we started.
Talk about COVID, yeah. So we had a whole program planned out in Den for the Indigenous ministries, and then 2 days before we started, we had to can it, and I had to go out and tell all the families, and that wasn't a very good day, having to go out and tell a few parents, oh look, sorry, but we've had to cancel due to COVID. And yeah, so yeah, still working 4 days at the school. And good thing about working at my school is COVID hasn't really changed a lot at our school. I know for a lot of people on this side of the river, school's probably changed a lot for them, but I'm a bit lucky that it just COVID cancelling school for our school is just not going to work. So still been lucky to be with the kids all the time. Can't really do chaplaincy role over Zoom very effectively, but yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's exciting, and we'll probably see you sitting in the back row at church a lot more now.
Yeah, got to debut the back row on Sunday morning, and
making use of that new parents' room we've got as well.
Yeah. So if you hear a baby crying during church, it's probably me, but don't turn around.
A lot of babies though, we'll see.
Yeah, that's all right. It's a good little community at the moment.
Excellent. Well, we've also got another kids ministry intern, I suppose, at the church, or someone else working. So we'll have to hear more about what Adele's up to.
Yeah, very excited to hear what Adele's doing.
Well, here we are with Adele.
Hi.
How you going?
Yeah, I'm good.
Fantastic. Now, Adele is our intern at the church. What areas of ministry are you mainly involved with at the church?
So my main ministry is kids ministry, but I'm also in youth and worship, but I do 1 day a week, which is on Tuesdays, but it feels like I'm at church like every other day, but mainly Tuesdays, yeah.
Yep. And you've been studying at ACOM, Australian College of Ministry.
Bible College.
Churches of Christ Bible College. How long have you been studying there now?
This is my second year, and hopefully we'll be finishing my diploma of Christian Studies not next trimester, but the trimester after.
Okay.
So 2 more to go and I'll be all set.
Yeah, so diploma of
Christian Studies.
Christian Studies.
Yes.
And after that will come...
I'm doing a Bachelor of Ministry, which is very exciting, very exciting.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you've had a few big changes this year. So apart from church work and things like that, you've got a brand new job.
Yes.
You're saying out at the Mildura Christian College.
Yes. Very exciting news. So I am no longer working at Woolworths, no longer a checkout chick.
Yep.
But I am an administration officer out at Mildura Christian College. So
that sounds rather important.
I guess so. Like, my job is pretty important. I'm working there 3 days a week, so working alongside this other office lady. Her name's Beck, and she's lovely. But yeah, we work as a team and have some pretty interesting kids who come in, but they're all lovely. So yeah, love it. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You'll see a lot of our kids from church. We've got quite a few families out at the Christian college.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So a day a week at the church doing the internship, 3 days a week at the school.
Yeah.
And obviously another day studying hard.
Yeah, normally Mondays and Saturdays I'm doing Bible college study, so always in my office, like crammed doing work, but is what it is.
Now, one more thing that's happened with you this year. You don't live at home with
No,
mum and dad.
I don't. They kicked me out. No, I'm joking. No, I moved out late December of last year, and now.
So it's been a while.
Yeah. I'm in a good house with 2 other girls, and yeah, we're having a blast.
Is that because you're a big girl now?
Yeah, I'm a big girl, you can say.
Oh, that's fantastic. And good to hear what everybody's been up to. So that's awesome.
Wow, what an exciting stuff that everyone's been up to.
Yeah,
great.
It's been a big 6 months in many, many ways.
It has, and when you're not with everyone and when you can't see them as often, you miss out on a lot of things. And that's just a small snippet of all sorts of stuff. Like, I know yourself, you had lots of funerals this year.
Yeah, the year started off bad with funerals. I was averaging one a fortnight for quite a while.
That includes some of the people from our church. There's obviously...
Well, they're all church.
Yeah.
All church people are connected closely with the church.
Exactly. So it's been, a lot of change, but we've got a bit more of this year ahead. So hopefully this year keeps looking up. Less lockdowns, more celebrations.
Yeah, and that's it. It's about not allowing the difficulties and the negative aspects and the setbacks being permanent setbacks, but it's about bouncing back, pushing on, and we've been looking at the Olympic Games themes over the last few weeks. So really about getting the eye on the goal and pressing ahead and keep running with all our might, with our eyes on Jesus.
That's it. Yeah, that's what we continue to talk about this week. So hope you've enjoyed that series. We've got miracles and all sorts of exciting things
to miracles after this
week. If there's topics you want us to revisit for Pastors Chat, as we should be revisiting, or a completely different topic, could even be things you just want to hear some pastors speak about. So it could be issues in the Bible, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to hear those.
Shoot them in the comments, send us a message. And we hope to see more of you soon.
Yeah. All right. God bless everybody. Bye.